Breaking news for every Social Security recipient in America. If you are expecting a deposit on March 3rd, you need to watch this video right now because millions of Americans are about to receive a payment of $2,100 or more. And if you don't know whether your name is on that list, you could be caught completely off guard. We're talking about real money. Life-changing money for millions of seniors and disabled Americans who depend on this payment to cover rent, groceries, medication, and basic utilities. And the difference between knowing and not knowing could mean the difference between peace of mind and a week of financial panic. So stop what you're doing. Sit down if you can. Because in the next few minutes, we are going to break down exactly who is getting that March 3rd deposit, how much they can expect to receive, and what you need to do right now to make sure you don't miss a single dollar. This is not clickbait. This is not speculation. This is your payment, your money, and you deserve to know every detail about it. Stay with me, because this video could be the most important 5 minutes of your month. Welcome back, and if this is your first time here, welcome to this channel. This channel exists for one reason, and one reason only: to protect you. To make sure that seniors, retirees, SSI recipients, SSDI beneficiaries, and every American who depends on Social Security benefits never gets left in the dark. Because here's the truth that nobody talks about enough. The Social Security system is complicated. The rules change, the payment schedules shift, and the agencies and government websites that are supposed to keep you informed, they bury the important information in language that is nearly impossible to understand. That ends here. On this channel, we translate all of it for you, plain English, clear explanations, straight to the point. No confusing government jargon, no hours of research, just the information you need when you need it, delivered in a way that actually makes sense. And today's topic is one of the most searched questions in the entire Social Security community right now. Who is getting that March 3rd payment? How much will it be? And what does that number, $2,100 and above, actually mean for you? We're going to answer all of that today, step by step. But before we dive in, I want to ask you one small thing. If you are not already subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button right now. It's free. It takes 2 seconds, and it means that every time there's a new Social Security update, a new payment schedule, a new rule change, a cost of living adjustment, anything that could affect your benefits, you will be the first to know. You work too hard for these benefits. You deserve to keep every dollar. And staying informed is how you do that. Now, let's talk about March 3rd. What is the March 3rd payment? Let's start at the very beginning because it's important that everyone watching this video understands the full picture. Whether you've been receiving Social Security for 20 years or you just started recently, Social Security pays out benefits on a specific schedule every single month. But it's not one payment to everyone on the same day. The Social Security Administration, the SSA, divides payments across multiple dates depending on your situation. And March 3rd is one of the most significant payment dates of the entire month. Here's why. March 3rd, 2025 is the first Wednesday of March. And in the Social Security payment system, that date is reserved for a very specific and very large group of recipients. But before we get to who qualifies, let's talk about the number you came here for. The $2,100 payment, and where does that number come from? After the 2025 cost of living adjustment, also known as the COLA, Social Security retirement benefits saw an increase of 2.5%. That might not sound like a lot, but when you're already receiving a benefit of $2,000 or more each month, that 2.5% increase adds up to real, meaningful money. For the average Social Security retirement beneficiary, the average monthly payment in 2025 is sitting right around $1,976. But that's the average. Millions of recipients receive significantly more than that, especially those who worked for many years, contributed heavily to Social Security through payroll taxes, and delayed claiming their benefits. For those recipients, it's particularly those who spent decades in the workforce, maximized their earnings, and waited until full retirement age or beyond to claim, monthly payments routinely reach $2,100, $2,300, $2,500, and in some cases, even higher. The maximum Social Security retirement benefit in 2025 for someone who waited until age 70 to claim is $4,073 per month. That's per month. So when we talk about the March 3rd payment, including payments of $2,100 and above, we're talking about a significant portion of the Social Security recipient population. We're talking about millions of Americans. Now let's get to the most important question of all. Who qualifies for the March 3rd deposit? This is what you really came here for. And I want to be very precise with this because there are a lot of misconceptions out there about how the Social Security payment schedule works. The March 3rd deposit is specifically for one group of Social Security recipients. Are you ready? It is for people who receive supplemental security income, what we call SSI. Now stay with me because there is also a second group, and this is where it gets very important. March 3rd is also the payment date for Social Security beneficiaries, retirees, survivors, and SSDI recipients who began receiving their benefits before May 1997. This is a critical distinction. If you have been on Social Security since before May of 1997, your payment does not follow the Wednesday schedule that most current recipients follow. Instead, your payment comes on the 3rd of every month, regardless of what day of the week that falls on. So we have two groups getting paid on March 3rd. Group 1, SSI recipients. Group 2, Social Security beneficiaries who started receiving benefits before May 1997. Let's look at each group more closely. Group 1, SSI recipients. Supplemental Security Income is a program designed to help people with limited income and resources. It supports elderly individuals, blind individuals, and people with disabilities who have little to no income. SSI is not the same as Social Security Retirement, or SSDI. It's a needs-based program funded by general tax revenues, not Social Security payroll taxes. In 2025, the maximum federal SSI payment for an individual is $967 per month. For a couple where both partners receive SSI, the combined maximum is $1,450 per month. Now you might be asking, if the maximum SSI payment is $967, how does that connect to the $2,100 figure in this video? Great question. Here's the answer. Many SSI recipients also receive additional income from other sources. Some receive a small Social Security retirement benefit on top of their SSI. Some receive state supplement payments, because many states add their own supplement on top of the federal SSI amount. When you combine the federal SSI benefit, a state supplement, and a partial Social Security retirement benefit, it is absolutely possible for some individuals in this group to be receiving total monthly deposits that reach $2,000 or more. Additionally, for married couples or households with multiple beneficiaries, the combined household deposits arriving on or around March 3rd can absolutely surpass $2,100. But the bigger picture here is this. SSI recipients need to know that March 3rd is their payment date. Mark it, plan around it, budget accordingly. Group 2, pre-May 1997. Social Security recipients. This is actually the group where we see the largest individual payments. If you started collecting Social Security retirement benefits before May of 1997, you are on what the SSA calls the legacy payment schedule. Your payment comes on the 3rd of the month, every month. No exceptions based on birth date. No Wednesday schedule. The 3rd is your day. And here's the important part. Many of the recipients in this group are older Americans who have been receiving benefits for decades. They entered the workforce earlier. Many worked in an era of strong union wages and consistent employment. They paid into Social Security for 30, 40, sometimes even 50 years. Their benefit amounts often reflect those long contribution histories. It is very common for recipients in this group to be receiving monthly Social Security payments of $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, and above. Many of them also have spousal benefits, survivor benefits, or additional pension income that arrives at the same time. For these recipients, the ones who have been in the system since before 1997, March 3rd is one of the most important financial dates of the month. And in 2025, after the 2.5% COLA increase, many of them are seeing payments that are noticeably higher than last year. What about the Wednesday payment schedule? Now, to avoid any confusion, because I know some of you watching are saying, wait, I get paid on a Wednesday, not the 3rd. Does any of this apply to me? Let me address that directly. If you began receiving Social Security retirement benefits or SSDI after April 1997, your payment date is based on your birthday. Specifically, it's based on the day of the month you were born. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of the month, you get paid on the second Wednesday of each month. In March 2025, that is March 12th. If your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th of the month, you get paid on the third Wednesday. In March 2025, that is March 19th. If your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st of the month, you get paid on the fourth Wednesday. In March 2025, that is March 26th. So for the majority of current Social Security recipients, March 3rd is not your payment date. But it is important for you to know, especially if you have a family member or spouse who falls into one of the two groups we discussed. Real-world scenarios. Let me make this even more real with a few examples. Because numbers on a screen are one thing, but real life is something else. Imagine Margaret. She's 78 years old. She lives in Ohio. She started collecting Social Security retirement benefits back in 1993 when she turned 62. She worked for 35 years as a school secretary. Her monthly Social Security payment in 2025 is $2,240. For Margaret, March 3rd is payday. That money goes to her rent, her prescription medications, her grocery bill, and her phone bill. She budgets every penny around that date. If there were ever a delay or confusion about when that money arrives, it could throw her entire month into chaos. Now imagine Robert and Gloria. They're a couple in their early 70s living in Florida. Robert receives SSI because of a disability that prevents him from working. He also receives a small partial Social Security retirement benefit based on limited work history earlier in life. Gloria receives her own Social Security retirement benefit because she worked as a nurse for over 20 years. Between Robert's combined SSI and partial retirement benefit, plus Gloria's retirement payment, their household sees a combined deposit in early March that exceeds $2,100. That money is their entire monthly income. It covers everything. These are not hypothetical people. These are real situations that millions of Americans are living right now. And understanding exactly when that money arrives and how much to expect is not a luxury. It's a necessity. The impact of the 2025 COLA on March 3rd payments. Let's talk more specifically about what the 2.5% COLA increase in 2025 means for the people getting paid on March 3rd. For SSI recipients, the monthly maximum went up from $914 in 2024 to $967 in 2025. That's an increase of $53 per month. Over the course of a year, that's $636 additional dollars. For someone living on a fixed income, that is meaningful. For Social Security retirement recipients in the pre-1997 group, the increase varies depending on their specific benefit amount. But let's use a simple example. If someone was receiving $2,000 per month in 2024, after the 2.5% COLA, they are now receiving $2,050 per month in 2025. That's an extra $50 per month, or $600 per year. For someone receiving $2,500 per month, the increase brings them to $2,562.50, an extra $62.50 per month. These may not sound like life-changing numbers in isolation, but for people on fixed incomes, every single dollar matters. The COLA increase is designed to help Social Security recipients keep up with the rising cost of living. And in 2025, with grocery prices, housing costs, and healthcare expenses still elevated across the country, that increase is arriving at exactly the right time. When exactly will the money appear in your account? This is one of the most frequently asked questions we receive, and it's worth addressing directly. If March 3rd falls on a business day, which it does in 2025 as it falls on a Monday, the payment should be deposited directly into your bank account or loaded onto your Direct Express card on that date. Most recipients will see the funds available early in the morning, often before 9 a.m. However, and this is important, if you receive paper checks rather than direct deposit, there may be a delay of several days for mail delivery. This is one of the strongest reasons the SSA encourages all recipients to switch to direct deposit or the Direct Express card program if they haven't already. It's faster, it's safer, and it eliminates the risk of a check being lost or delayed in the mail. If for any reason your payment does not arrive on March 3rd, or within 3 business days after that date, the SSA advises recipients to contact them directly. You can reach Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 Or you can log into your My Social Security account online at ssa.gov to check the status of your payment. Now, I want to take a moment to talk to you directly because this channel is not just about giving you numbers and dates, it's about helping you protect your financial stability. And there are some important things you need to know as we head into March. Beware of scams. Every single time there is a high-profile Social Security payment date, especially one involving larger than average payments, scammers come out in force. You may receive phone calls from someone claiming to be from the Social Security Administration. They may tell you that your payment is being held. They may say there's a problem with your account. They may ask you to verify your Social Security number, your bank account information, or your Medicare number. Do not give any personal information over the phone to anyone who calls you claiming to be from the SSA. The Social Security Administration will never call you out of the blue and demand personal information or threaten to suspend your benefits. If you receive one of these calls, hang up. Then report it to the SSA's Office of Inspector General at 1-800-269-0271. This is serious. Scammers steal millions of dollars from Social Security recipients every year. Do not let yourself become a victim. Plan your budget around the payment date. If you are one of the recipients expecting a payment on March 3rd, please take a few minutes before that date to plan exactly how that money will be used. Write down your fixed expenses, rent or mortgage, utilities, insurance, medication, grocery budget, transportation. Know exactly how much you need for each category. Assign every dollar a purpose before it arrives. This is especially important if March 3rd falls early in the month and your next payment won't arrive until April 3rd. A full month of expenses needs to be stretched carefully. If you use a budget worksheet, fill it in now. If you work with a family member or a caregiver who helps manage finances, sit down together before March 3rd and go over the numbers. Being proactive, not reactive, is the single most powerful thing you can do to protect your financial stability. Confirm your payment amount has been updated. Because 2025 is the first full year of the new COLA adjusted benefit amounts, it's worth taking a moment to log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov and confirm that your new payment amount is correctly reflected. You should have received a benefit verification letter from the SSA in December or January showing your new 2025 benefit amount. If you haven't seen that letter, or if the amount on your deposit doesn't match what you expected, contact the SSA immediately. These discrepancies don't resolve themselves. You need to be your own advocate. Consider setting up alerts. Many banks and credit unions and the Direct Express card program allow you to set up automatic text or email alerts when a deposit arrives in your account. If you haven't already done this, I strongly encourage you to set it up. It takes 5 minutes, and it means you'll know the exact moment your March 3rd payment lands. You'll never have to wonder. You'll never have to guess. You'll just get a notification. And peace of mind. Friends, I want to take a moment before we wrap up to say something important. The reason this channel exists is because people like you deserve better. You deserve clear information. You deserve to understand the system that your benefits come from. You deserve to know your rights, your payment schedule, your benefit amounts, and every update that could affect your financial life. And here's the reality. The Social Security landscape changes constantly. COLA adjustments, Medicare premium updates, SSI rule changes, payment calendar shifts, legislative proposals in Congress. All of it has the potential to affect your benefits. And if you're not staying informed, you're leaving yourself vulnerable. Not because you're not smart, not because you don't care, but because this information is scattered, complicated, and constantly changing. That's why this channel matters. Every week, we cut through the noise and bring you what you need to know in plain English with compassion and with complete accuracy. We don't do clickbait. We don't do scare tactics. We give you the facts. We explain what they mean for your life, and we help you make informed decisions. If this video helped you today, if it gave you clarity, confidence, or peace of mind about your March 3rd payment, then I have one simple request. Hit the subscribe button. Right now, it's free. It always will be. And it means you'll never miss another update that could affect your benefits. Also, if you know someone who receives Social Security, SSI, or SSDI, a parent, a grandparent, a neighbor, a friend, please share this video with them. You might be doing them one of the biggest favors of their month because information is power. And right now, this information could make a real difference in someone's life. Drop a comment below if this video helped you. Let me know what state you're in, what questions you still have, or what topics you want us to cover next. We read every comment, and your questions help us create the videos that serve you best. All right, let's bring it all home. Here's what we covered today. On March 3rd, 2025, Social Security deposits will go out to two specific groups of recipients: SSI beneficiaries, those receiving supplemental security income based on limited income and resources, and Social Security recipients who began receiving their benefits before May of 1997, a group that includes many longtime retirees with significant benefit amounts. For these recipients, payment amounts of $2,100 and above are absolutely realistic, especially when you factor in long work histories, maximum contributions, spousal benefits, and state supplements. And thanks to the 2025 COLA increase of 2.5%, those amounts are slightly higher this year than they were in 2024. If you're in one of these groups, mark March 3rd on your calendar. Confirm your payment amount, budget your expenses ahead of time, protect yourself from scams, and reach out to the SSA if anything seems off. If you're not in one of these groups, if your payment comes on a Wednesday based on your birth date, check the schedule I outlined. March 12th, March 19th, or March 26th, depending on when in the month your birthday falls. And no matter which group you're in, know this: you earned these benefits, you paid into this system, you deserve every dollar. And you deserve to fully understand what you're receiving and when. This channel will always be here to make sure that happens. Until next time, take care of yourself, protect your benefits, and remember, staying informed is the most powerful thing you can do. We'll see you in the next video.